Well, we had a really busy couple of weeks. In fact, it was so busy, it was really difficult for me to make time to be able to sit down and put together any of these videos. My last video, which pretty well consisted entirely of doing the ceiling drywall, took place over 12 days. This video happens to take place over the exact same 12 days and highlights everything else that was going on behind the scenes. Installing the drywall required that we had the loader mounted on the tractor so that we could raise the sheets into position against the ceiling. However, we had several snowstorms in that same time frame that required the snowblower to be on instead. Over the span of the 12 days, I think we had the snowblower and the loader each on and off about 4 times respectively. Today was going to be the day that we would try the loader and the drywall lift together for the first time, but we still had the snowblower on the tractor. So while it was still on, I wanted to take advantage of the morning to go open up some of the road just a little bit more and clear out some of these pull-out points that we used to pass by each other. Very quickly, I ran into this truck and long trailer full of snow machines. They were looking for a parking lot which they could pull into and go snowmobiling for the day. However, there is no access to said parking lot this time of year, and there's no place to turn around. So I offered to blow out this area that's just a little bit wider and give them a chance to be able to back their trailer in, disconnect their truck, reposition the truck and reconnect it to be able to get back out. There is a parking lot about 4 miles back out the road. I continued on my way and left them to deal with their trailer and figure out how to get it turned around. It didn't take them too long, and by the time I was down the road and clearing out the next pull-out point, they had come and made their way back up the road to pass me again. They stopped briefly, just long enough to thank me for helping them get a space to turn around, and then they moved on down the road. They ended up parking in that other parking lot, unloading their snow machines, and they come by me a bit later. So in the meantime, I just keep working away at trying to get this snow plowing windrow lifted and thrown out of the road, and then taking the opportunity at any of these wide points to keep working that shoulder back and making it so that we can have plenty of spots, especially on blind corners and in long stretches, to have areas where we can pass by each other safely. While I was doing all of this, the rest of the family was busy taking care of the farm chores and getting themselves ready to go to work on the drywall as soon as I got back. Ultimately, it only took me about 2 to 3 hours to clear this section of road down to the cattle guard. That's only the first mile or so. Oh, by the way, there went the snowmobilers. Shortly after they passed by, I encountered my wife and family on the Ranger. They had come down to check on me to make sure everything was okay. They had finished all of the other farm chores and were ready to hang drywall. Overnight, we got another big storm that came in. Our snow gauge?
Our snow gauge is gone. It's
well, you can see right there that the tabletop is just below the surface of the snow outside. So
it's going to be awful when it melts.
When I built that table, I built the tabletop to be 36 inches off the ground. So that's 37 or 8 inches of, but 8 inches of fresh this morning, right?
Yeah.
That's good times. So we're gonna go snow blow the roads.
We got to get those leaners off the road for sure.
Yeah, some of those crazy limbs that hanging out into the road, the ones that keep hitting my camera on the top of the tractor
or the truck and a drive and
yeah, try to get some of those taken off and out of the way.
Yeah, I think I'll take the dogs and the Ranger. That should be fine.
Okay. Guess that means it's time to bring the tractor out, disconnect the loader, and reconnect the snowblower once again. Because our temperatures had been pretty cold, this snow wasn't very heavy. It was fairly light and easy to move, and the snowblower did a good job of cleaning it out really quickly. we were able to move along pretty quickly, and Ola helped out quite a bit going through and eliminating some of the limbs that hang out in the way and are just an obstruction in the roadway all the time. All the snow and ice is gone off the tractor. A little bit up here on the snowblower, but it's all off of the tractor.
Yeah,
After snow blowing yesterday, that's pretty good that it melted off with no fires in here. But how nice is it to have the Ranger pulled in?
yeah, no kidding.
Not getting snowed on, not being wet.
Yeah, and having my chainsaws back here that were protected.
Yeah.
So it was nice.
It's nice not to have to worry over what tools you had in the...
Yeah, because that last time you're like, oh no, it's snowing, go cover the tools, like every single time.
Yeah, that was bad.
Now you don't have to do that.
Let's go up and do some farming, huh?
Yeah. Give the dog a little run.
Well, how bad is it?
Well, they knocked it down again. I just had it propped up yesterday, but like perch up and fix their feeder. We can buy time until spring is over, you know what I mean? Oh my God. I'm too old for this.
For hopping gates?
Yeah. I used to climb fences when I was a teenager all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'd rip my pants.
Is that what landed you in juvie?
I never went to juvie. I've never been to juvie. I'm crazy. Aww. Yeah, that's what landed me in juvie. That's what landed me a boyfriend like you.
Oh. It's a good thing you married me then.
Yeah.
You knew all that practice of climbing fences when you were younger was going to get you all prepared for your adult life.
Mountain off-grid home.
Yep. Without bringing up the right stuff to rebuild it and build it right.
Oh.
It's back up and it's okay.
Oh, yeah,
It'll get us by for now.
Yeah, I'll get us by. We need to build a new chicken coop.
Yeah. Something a little bit different design for this space.
For winter.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's done fine. Man, this time of year is hard on it. Were you able to get a hold of her?
No, I wouldn't hop that gate. Ragnar is acting out. There's no way.
Let me
I'm
see
not
if
very
I can
dominant.
Let me see if I can get a hold of her.
Okay.
She sure is big-bellied.
She's big-bellied. Let's watch out for that guy. He's really on one.
Better watch out. You're gonna play Ring Around the Rosies, really? Now what? She's still really firm on her ligament.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Don't give me the side eye. You know better. I'll give you the side eye. I think they're tired of winter too.
Yeah.
Getting rowdy. Itching for some mountain to go climb.
Yep. Go find some weeds. Well, good job climbing that fence. How far? Oh my heck.
This is usually right here on me.
Keep the rest of the snow on because I guess it's like a natural insulator.
Yeah. That's the secret knock.
You think you'll need a pump soon?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
This week?
We could probably go another 3 or 4 weeks before we'd be done out.
Uh-huh.
But I think we just as well.
Fifth gear.
Well, it's a decent day out here today. It was snowing this morning. I was going to run the well pump today, and we checked the water yesterday, but I was going to run it for a couple hours today. The pump in our well runs right around 500 gallons an hour. I don't know, I'll probably let it run for maybe 2.5 hours. I've got this bypass cable wired in to my Wi-Fi contactor. So I just make sure the breaker's off here. That way it won't backfeed anything. And then I'll fire up the generator, plug it in, and that'll send power directly to my contactor. With that powered up, I can hit the manual switch on the contactor and that will engage the pump. It's late enough in the day now. I'm gonna have to go get the boys in a couple of hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this thing on and get it pumping water. Then I'll walk back up, hike, climb, crawl back up to the house. And when I go get the boys from the bus stop, we'll stop off here and turn off the generator and the pump and put things back together, and Everest can drive the Ranger back up while I drive the truck. So we picked you up from the bus stop today. Everest went to his friend's house, so it was just you and me.
Mm-hmm.
So we went and get a burger.
Mm-hmm.
The Ranger's still down at the well. So Logan and I are gonna jet sled all the way down to the well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna ride up together in the Ranger. I'll go first and you can follow?
Yeah.
All right. Set it in the back seat there.
Okay.
You made it?
Yeah.
Now we'll head home.
Mm-hmm.
So I made my way up to our log pile to clear the snow for that, just to make it easier, and clear a path up to the water tanks to check that. And my drive chain for the primary auger broke while I was going, so I brought it down here and dug it out, thawed it out. The chain's actually in pretty rough shape. Didn't realize it was that bad. You can see one link here, the crack through it. There's another one right here that's got a crack in it. And there's one or two others on the inside link that has a crack as well that I saw. There's one there with a crack and one there with a crack. That chain definitely was not in as good a condition as I thought it might be. Just what it is. So I'll get me some number 60 chain That one I might just go and get a box of, because it's about 5 feet. They come in a 10-foot box. I'm going to take this snowblower off now and just put it over there out of the way. It's not a priority right now. Our roads are clear and our days are clear. Shouldn't need to snow blow anything. I just thought I'd take advantage of the fact that before I took it off to go up there and clear that. Put the loader on and get things ready to go for drywall tomorrow. This is what our new pig feed looks like. The nutritionist at our local feed store had contacted an animal scientist friend of his from college. Together, they worked out the following ratio of ingredients as a recipe, specifically for these Mangalitsa pigs of ours, to eliminate the soy from their diet while also maintaining a good nutritional value for their slower metabolism. What they came up with was a ratio of 900 pounds rolled barley, 270 pounds beet pulp, 80 pounds black oil sunflower, 350 pounds distiller's corn, 350 pounds feed wheat, and then 50 pounds of a swine premix mineral pack to make up the ratio per 2,000 pounds or US ton. The pigs really seem to love this feed, especially as it pairs with the alfalfa hay that we feed them. Although we don't currently have the systems in place to be able to monitor their weights and record their growth and gains over time, subjectively they appear to be gaining rapidly and look very healthy. Our future improvement plans for this pig operation do include adding systems that allow us to monitor those gains and growths over periods of time to be able to better improve our husbandry practices. Hopefully one of the benefits that we're going to lean into is we're considering pretty strongly of incorporating a small coop and having at least, I don't know, half dozen or dozen chickens down here with the pigs in the same space. Because then the chickens will actually come through all of their pig nuggets and they'll tear through it looking for any sections of whole grain that's still left. And in the process of, they'll break down these big nuggets and tear them down into small stuff so it'll all dry out quicker. We should be able to come in here and more or less rake up the dirt, quote unquote, and take all that fresh, good compost straight to the gardens. We don't feed them the grain every day. We probably feed them 5 out of 7 days right now, just so that they're keeping a lot of the hay eaten down. They'll still root through this hay, and you can see that's why I pour the grain over the clumps. Is that grain will fall down through the clumps, and then for the next day or two they'll go through and they'll be rooting through those clumps looking for little bits of grain that are still remaining and out there. And while they're doing that, they'll be eating some of that hay. They'll clean up this hay, eat a lot of it, and a lot more of it will go through their system while they're looking for more grain. So we kind of balance it that way so that they are incentivized to keep looking through the hay and keep eating on the hay to find more grain.